Hulkamania, the largest arms in the world. Hulkamania is the power. Hulkamania is the force, brah. And you know Hulkamania will live forever, dude. But there's a whole bunch of naysayers, brah, who are trying to put Hulk Hogan in a different path, man. I look in the eyes of naysayers, brother, and I say to you, do you understand what you want to do when it comes to messing with Hulk Hogan, man? Hulkamania and the power of Hulkamaniacs will live forever, brah. But you have to understand one thing. Hulk Hogan stands with the Hulkamaniacs, and we do what we do. So what are you gonna do, brah, when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Hey there, guys. This is Jacket82. And first of all, this video, if you can see the title, it's exactly what it is. I really didn't want to do anything as it relates to talking about this situation because I figured when it comes to racism, and I'm from the South, and yeah, we know about the South and racism, yeah. But I'm like this when it comes to what has come to light and so forth. I'm kind of like, okay, it happened. It happened 8 years ago. Um, did WWE have to pull the plug that quick? I think not. I think it was kind of like a dick move on WWE's part, considering the fact that you have a employee that still works for your company that has documented, noted facts of him being racist. And I'm talking about Michael P.S. Hayes. Um, I've seen a bunch of people comment as it relates to wrestlers and so forth. Most of the wrestlers are supportive of Hulk Hogan, and they're basically letting people know that he's not this person that the media is trying to make him seem to be. I feel that this was actually a situation where we as people tend to look at the negative sides of a whole lot of things, and we sit there and say, "Oh, they're wrong." We never point the finger at ourselves at the time when we do wrong. There have been times where I've probably been mad at a family member or someone, a friend or whatnot, and maybe have said something out of the way that I didn't mean. And basically, at that being said, you have to look at what happened those 8 years ago. This was the point where Hulk Hogan was already going through divorce procedures and all this stuff about him and Linda Hogan, and basically knowing that he was going to get all his money and all the stuff that he's earned over his professional wrestling career taken from him. Then you look at the situation involving his daughter, who, like it was stated in the transcript and whatnot, because they don't actually have the released tape yet, I guess, of some sort. Basically giving her money to support her career, doing, what a father would do to try to help out his children. And he probably took it as, she was being this and that toward him about this and that, and about the person she was with and so forth. If you guys ever seen Hogan Knows Best, Hogan was always kind of protective of Brooke as it related to any guy. I saw an episode where it was a dude on there, and he was kind of like, giving him the stare and showing him the 24-inch pythons and all that. But once again, it happened. It's a situation that, is going to be a lot of hurt buttholes for a minute. I will say this: when it came to certain comments, like from Mark Henry, I saw on Lord of Pain, basically said this is a person I worked with, and this is a person I know, and I was appalled. And Mark Henry, it was stated that Michael P.S. Hayes called him the N-word to his face. Hulk Hogan didn't do that to you, Mark. Think about this. At the end of the day, people make mistakes. Whether it be Booker T saying the N-word on national television by mistake, whether it be Vince McMahon in 2005 at a pay-per-view saying the N-word to John Cena. What up, my nigga? Think about it. Whether it be, yeah, okay, we can say, okay, that was scripted. Okay, yeah, okay, well and well. What happened with Hulk Hogan? Okay, He was getting sex. It was a matter of fact, it was the transcript from the sex tape, and he was saying things that he would not have said unless he was going through a lot of shit. I mean, this was at the time when Hulk Hogan was literally in a dark place, even contemplating suicide. Come on, people. It's nothing to play with. And the way the media has blown this out the way it has, WWE is a parent company. It has investors and all this. WWE is literally trying to protect their ass either way because they want to make sure they, you know, the quota that is the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. But this is what I have to say. This person helped build your company to where it is today. Do you forget the golden age of wrestling? Do you know who was the figurehead of that time, of your promotion? They removed his freaking pitch. Well, they removed his thing from the Hall of Fame part of the website on WWE.com. They've removed all merchandise. They don't even want to have a mention of his name on TV. Give me a fucking break. This happened 8 years ago when Hogan was in the shambles. His wife was divorcing him, pretty much taking all his fucking money. His daughter was basically making him look like a fool. And at the end of the day, we look at it as, oh, he's a racist. Jumped the gun like we jumped on Paula Deen. Jumped the gun on a lot of things. Let me ask you guys something. When you see a person in a store who looks a certain way or does something, what do you see when you sit there and try to tell that person what the person was to your friend? You say, well, there was this white guy that was at the store one day and he bought some condoms that were already open. Keyword, you said that was that white guy, right? Or, hey, it was a black guy who was helping an old lady cross the street and there was a bus coming at the same time and he just let her stay at the road and she got hit bam by the bus. At the end of the day, I feel it's important that we as individuals understand that we are all different, but we all need to respect each other's differences. And when it comes to what happened with Hulk Hogan, really, WWE needs to grow some balls a little bit and just sit there and just say, okay, admit. You got people in the Hall of Fame that have done worse things than what Hulk Hogan has done. And look at your history, baby. Please look at your history. Come on. At the end of the day, he made a mistake. He's publicly apologized. He's been on all the internet, whatever, media, social media, apologizing for what he did. I think, yeah, this did put a little scratch or a little tarnish in Hulk Hogan's legacy. But there's a lot of things that have happened over the years with Hulk Hogan. What I can just say and what I can hope you guys grasp from this video is this simple fact. Hulk Hogan is a human being. We're all human beings. We've all made mistakes. We've all said things that we didn't mean. So at the end of the day, take that into fact before you point the finger at what he did. But yeah, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, once again, I'm still a Hulkamaniac. I'm not finna fucking pimp in to the media, just like when it comes to the situation with another celebrity that's been in the public eye because of tyranny and this and that of what people want to say he's done and this and that. At the end of the day, people are people. At the end of the day, situations are situations. At the end of the day, the man made a mistake. And hopefully people will understand it. But yeah, this is Jugget82 signing off.